My people, this one shocked me. This one shocked me. Finally, Fubara have been removed. The Rivers State Governor, Fubara, have been removed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu by the statement suspension for 6 months. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, have declared state of emergency in Rivers State. In the process, Fubara and his deputy and everyone affiliated with him, the House of Assembly, everything, all of them have been packed away. Don't be small thing. I would like us to recapitulate again and listen to what Bola Ahmed Tinubu have to say on this video.
Fellow Nigerians, I feel greatly disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding the political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest. But all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. Some militants had threatened fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies of the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. Both of them do not realize that they are in office to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State, having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by Section 305, Paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similaye Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly State are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Eboket Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state in the interests of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which has been forwarded to the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope that this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives, binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening.
NAIJA, suspension for 6 months. You know what that means? Fubara have been removed. After that 6 months, there's no sanctity, there's no assurance that Fubara will be restored again. So I believe, probably, my own thinking, that other person will replace Fubara as the next governor of Rivers State. Very, very sad. That's what we see, my people. That's what we see. But meanwhile, there's a video that is trending concerning Fayose. Fayose talk something that has something to do with the decision of today by Bola Ahmed Tinubu removing Fubara. Listen to Fayose.
I used to be a tough man. I used to be, until I met you and realized that troublemaker get level. Because somebody will know they tire and say you will fight you. You have to find solution to your problem. So I made up my mind. It is better to be with you than to be against you. A lot of us here, we don't know when to stop. Align yourself. The Englishman says if you can't beat them, you join them. It's a very good advice. Me, I join you. I'm with you. And that will be the basis of my advice for the new governor. The last 4 years was rather a tough experience of my life because I didn't have a successor. Let me tell you today, Governor Wike and Governor Fubara, this plane you want to start flying now, I flew that plane before you by the grace of this man. This plane, tomorrow night you enter, His Excellency is coming. I flew that plane from Akure, 7 p.m. I'm in Port Harcourt. Mommy is a witness. I want to say to you, sir, you came in with the hands of God. You are a miracle governor. Today, you are Governor Rivers State. My brother, the day your eyes begin to see, you will miss road. Close your eyes completely. Maybe if I have a godfather, I won't have problem. Maybe if I have a godfather like our father here and Wike, I will not have problem. I didn't have one. They oppressed me, they show me pepper. The moment your eyes begin to see in this government, you will have problem. Oh. Close your eyes. Those windows, if you can close them, close it. For you to have eternal peace in your, I don't know, but let me say your 8 years. The way you will use the 8 years is in your hand. Adam and Eve, the very day Adam began to rationalize God's word, the very day he rationalized God's word, Adam realized, I am now a man with a wife. He entered gutter. He entered trouble. Sir, may God help you, Your Excellency. My counsel is to you. God will help you. Don't see more than what you are supposed to see. The moment you want to see more than you are supposed to see, you begin to see spirit. Oh. I know we go. I know we go. Now, if he say he will fight you, it's either you surrender or you look for that trouble to the end. God will not find you weakest problem. Oh. He has found you weakest favor. Remain in God's favor and weakest favor. God bless you.
NAIJA, what's your take for what if I actually talk? Me, I don't know what to talk. I'm totally speechless. I'm speechless. Upon the rake, the threats from Asari Dokubo say nothing they happen. Nobody, no this, no that. If I listen again, let me recapitulate wait till Asari Dokubo talk. Listen to her.
Yes, we cannot stop it. Nobody can stop it. Nobody. We are saying it openly. I am saying it. Nobody can stop the job people from doing what we want to do. They never born that person.
Not all year Asari Dokubo. But meanwhile, for Rivers State right now, you hear soldier, army people. In fact, this is the reality of the situation of Rivers State. Barricaded Fubara today, government 18th of March. Everywhere is blocked. Everywhere is silence. This is everywhere is protected. On our last week, talk so don't be small. Nobody feel bam. Talk about a plan. Don't try anything else in our country. Tinubu talk so. You know why they talk like this? Because Nigerians, we are cowards. Yes, once they don't threaten us like this, everybody will be already enter his house. I bet you nothing will happen. Now, waiting go up for 2027. Now that they plan so. Now, so they will still slap us for face like this. Boza, boza. We don't see anything do. We are cowards. My people, make una watch the video.
In Rivers State, the earlier tense atmosphere at the main gate of the government house caused by heavy military presence has now eased up. But there's still an uneasy calm in the air as we continue to monitor the situation. Also, there's a significant drop in vehicular movement, Port Harcourt, as the city is calm. Joining me is Stevenson News correspondent Uche Okoro for more on this development. Uche, what has happened since the last time we spoke when this news broke?
I've changed location, right? From the last time we talked, I've changed my location. Right now, as you may be able to observe, I'm right in front of the main entrance to the Rivers State Government House here in the heart of Port Harcourt. Just moments ago, when I arrived, what stood out for me was the heavy presence of security personnel. I counted, at least from what I could see from where I was standing on the road, I counted about 6-7 trucks fully loaded with military personnel. I can't tell if those were Navy, Air Force, or Army officers, but because they were all on camouflage at the time. But I was monitoring the situation at the gate, and about 30 to 45 minutes later, they all just drove off in their convoy. I counted more than 10 patrol vehicles. So that's the situation right now. Everywhere is calm. As you can see, Port Harcourt residents are going about their usual nighttime activities, even though there appears to be some significant reduction in those vehicular and pedestrian movements. But as you can see behind me, the Rivers State Government House, from where I am standing and from what I believe you can also see on your screen, the atmosphere for now appears to be very calm. Nifemi.
Any news yet from the suspended governor and other critical political stakeholders in Rivers?
Well, yes, definitely. The Rivers State as the executive, as according to the broadcast by the president and commander-in-chief, the executive and the legislature have been suspended an initial period of 6 months. This came at night. I believe that implementation will, when it comes to implementation, we will begin to see that take shape from tomorrow morning. I've tried to get information as to what's happening inside the government house. Persons inside right now can't confirm if there is any military presence inside the government house, though there is the presence of some security personnel. But as for military presence or some semblance of military takeover, that hasn't happened yet. Maybe by tomorrow we might begin to see, like I said, get a clearer picture of how this will be implemented. Also, I can also confirm to you that the legislature, even though they may not have that much of a choice, but they have also accepted their fate, and they would not be sitting for the next 6 months. I'm also reliably informed, I can't name my source at the time, has told me that, Uche, we definitely can't make any laws. We're not making laws for, we obviously can't make any laws right now. Our hands are tied. So we will accept our fate and wait for the next 6 months. So as for implementation, well, let's just wait till tomorrow and get a clearer picture of how this is going to play out. But right now, everywhere from where I am standing and from the reports I've been getting from across the state, everywhere is calm for now.
Well, Mr. President's speech was clear about an administrator overseeing the affairs in Rivers State for the next 6 months, and it has nothing to do with the military takeover. But apart from the movement of trucks you noticed in front of the governor's office, is there any update yet on security infrastructure within the metropolis?
And if I got it correctly, I think you're asking about the security infrastructure, security deployment in the state right now. As you know, the state of emergency is solely the responsibility of the military. I do not believe, well, I'm not the expert, from my standpoint, I would say that the police wouldn't have that much to do in terms of implementing the state of emergency as we know it to be. But right now, talking about what's happening on the ground, right now there is no cause for alarm that would require any out of the ordinary deployment of security personnel. Everywhere is calm. I know the former chief of the naval staff who has been appointed as administrator. I know him. I've met him a number of times in Rivers State. He's been to the NNS Pathfinder, FOB Bonny. He's been to the Navy shipyard in Port Harcourt here, as well as the Navy jetty in Onne. I've also been to sea for about 5 days with the former chief of the naval staff. So he's quite a fine officer. So everyone is looking out to see how he's going to discharge his duties in this new capacity. But as a military officer, I know him to be a gentleman, and so we expect to see. We're hoping to see how he would, bring his experience in the military to bear to implement as he implements the directive, state of emergency as declared by the president.
Ochokoro live for us in Port Harcourt. Thanks for the update there.
Yeah. My people, this is the realism of the situation of Rivers State. Fubara have been removed today, 18th of March, 2025. What's your take? Put it on the comment section. This is NWATCH Media. Join us every day on our live broadcast, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so that you and I can interact together and talk about the plight that's affecting us in our country. Take care and bye for now.